Well, hello, everyone. You're watching ISACA TV, and I'm Lisa Villanueva, the IT Governance Job Practice Lead. Today, we have with us Bob Finley, who is the Global Head of IT Audit in Gambia. Hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice to meet you, Lisa.
That's good. Bob has joined me today to discuss his article, How Do Organizations Control Their Use of Social Media? Bob, thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. Can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm quite an old IT hand at this stage. I've started in IT 40 years ago, and I've had almost every kind of job there has been in IT, even though it's evolved hugely over the years. I started in computer operations, mounting tapes on tape machines, and I've worked through programming. I've been a project manager. I've been CIO for a company for a while. I've done this kind of work at multiple different companies in different sectors, from airlines to food groups. I've been in consultancy, but it's all had IT running through it all of that time. And in addition to that, I've also had a couple of spells where I've taken long sabbaticals and gone traveling around the world for a few years at a time, just for a bit of basic life experience, Lisa.
Well, some of the background I've seen about yourself is you've been halibut fishing in Alaska and all kinds of adventures. Talk to me a little bit about that.
That's true. I went hitchhiking through the US in the 80s and Canada, and I made it up to Alaska. And in those days, they had a short halibut season, like 3 days. And so they had to maximize it. So they weren't very fussy about who they put on the boats. So I thought, that sounds like fun. I'll do that. And it wasn't fun, Lisa. I can be honest with you.
It wasn't fun?
It was 5 days of seasickness, as I remember it. It was unbelievably hard work. I made a right mess of it as well. I lost them their net one day. But we got back and we'd filled the boat with halibut and everybody was happy. So it was a one-off experience as a halibut fisherman. I don't think they'll be calling back for me.
That's good. That's good. I mean, it sounds exciting. My daughter just came back from Alaska and she had a halibut, and she said the trick is you have to put it really close to the camera because then it looks really big. So she caught a big one, but she was excited.
Well, sometimes, actually, what I didn't realize is there's a range of halibut. The ones we were going for were bigger than me. Wow. So I'd never seen a real halibut before, I don't suppose. So it was quite a shock to pull across something that big and heavy onto the boat. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the U.S. and you've also, Australia, South Africa. I mean, snakes, for goodness sake, Bob. Tell us about that.
That's right. Yeah, I had a job. So yes, it's not all been IT. I had a job on a snake farm for a while, and our job was to milk the snakes. Needless to say, I was basically the guy who cleaned out the hutches. They wouldn't let me anywhere near the snake milking itself because it's obviously pretty dangerous. But I did that, and I did that as a volunteer just because I thought it was interesting, because it effectively saves people's lives. That job. It's an unheralded industry, especially in South Africa, because there's thousands of people get killed every year in Africa from this.
Yes. Oh my. Well, it's exciting adventures, and I envy you. I'd like to travel myself, but it's been tough. But
it's tricky. And once you've got a family, you can kiss that goodbye in a way. So and that's what happened to me. I'm glad I did my traveling early in life, and I went to about 100 odd countries, and did lots of different jobs. Just packed it in over 5 or 6 years. So it was very interesting, but it sort of refreshes you when you come back to work.
I agree. Well, thank you for sharing some of those great adventures with us.